we're getting ready to head out on a camping trip. So I get ready to hook up the trailer, and lo and behold, I can't find any keys. Lost the keys back in March. Apparently, never did locate them. We don't normally lock the trailer, so the trailer part of it was open already, and that's really not a problem. The problem was that I had a lock on this trailer hitch that, like a bicycle lock, that obviously is difficult to get into, so I had to cut that off, and such is life. So I got to replace that lock. That's not a big deal, but really threw a wrench in the works here as far as getting going here, because we're it's 11 o'clock, so we're getting a pretty late start, but that's okay. We don't have any big hurry. We don't really care. Wherever we end up today, we'll just camp and it'll be good. Well, we're at the hot spring at West Valley Reservoir, and it's a beautiful place. It's not all trashed, which is way cool. Kind of a rough road getting in here, so that's probably the reason. But got a nice little spot to camp, and we're hoping it's not a party spot. At any rate, that little building right over there is where the hot spring is. Real nice little pool. It's all concreted in and got a little roof over its head. Real nice. So we're just settling in. Gonna get some grub, having a beer. Beer 30, of course. You know how that goes. So I'm just gonna.
I gotta find stuff, bud.
Karen's doing her mama dog thing.
Yeah, man.
It's almost this is the second best time of the day. The first best time of the day is coffee time in the morning.
Yeah.
But the second best time of the day is beer time in the evening. Especially when you're in a pretty place like this. This is very nice.
It's gorgeous.
This is very picturesque. So far we have the whole place to ourselves, and we're kind of hoping it stays that way since it is a Monday. And there's COVID-19, and there's
all kinds of reasons for it.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of reasons for the fact that we hope that nobody's going to show up. But if they do, oh well, this is the risk that we take camping here right next to the hot spring. Actually thought about camping a little ways farther away, but at least if nobody shows up, it'll be wonderful. And if somebody does show up, well, we may end up paying for it, but whatever. Pretty little spot, any way you look at it. Tomorrow off to Blue Lake, and kind of out that direction over there. And then right over somewhere out in there. I don't know exactly where, but we're going to go back out to the main road. Probably do some video on tomorrow morning on the way out of here, just to get some of that road in there. Kind of a, it wasn't even four-wheel drive really. I mean, we didn't need four-wheel drive, but it's kind of washed out in places. Kind of a mess. So high clearance for sure. All right, Murphy's done. Doesn't take that boy long to eat. Says I need to go over here and walk into this little spot.
Go ahead.
So I'm going to do it. Wonder how many Indians came to this place. Oh man, this This is pretty cool. Oh yeah. Their little camp down there. Last week was really warm. This week's supposed to be cooler, and it's actually real comfortable right now. About probably 70, maybe 60, high 60s maybe. Pretty comfortable. It's gonna get cool after dark, and nobody shows up. We'll go sit in the hot springs. These little trails through the rocks are pretty cool. But I digress. I actually have a, ooh, this is a nice little nook. Got my beer back here. I gotta go. There's a big old lizard right there. I think that's a western fence lizard. Bluebelly. Okay. On the shore of West Valley Reservoir. That's where the hot spring dumps in.
Well, this is an alkaline lake.
No, I don't think so.
Well, what's that white stuff?
The foam?
Oh,
That-
is that foam?
Yeah, that's from the wave action.
Look up here.
Yeah. I think it's just foam from wave action here because this is so open. Interesting rock formations along this lake. This juniper's had a tough life. Looks like it blew over and partly pulled the roots out of the ground, and then it grew back, started growing again. Pretty interesting. There's where we camped, right over there.
Down there to check out the river, the lake.
Yeah, me too. Oops, that was my turn.
What?
I found a spot to get across and I forgot to turn there, so I didn't do it up here, but to go through the trees to do it, but that's okay. Actually, I think I can go right through here.
Well, I might have arrived at the same conclusion eventually, but I actually did not. It's not really my revelation about Mel Brooks' birthday yesterday and the passing of Carl Reiner, his buddy, today. It was Michael Murphy.
it Jeffrey? So there's Jeffrey's in here.
Mostly
Wow.
junipers though.
One.
Yeah, mostly junipers up here.
Yeah.
Met you in the winter as the cold winds blew. You moved on in the springtime as the new leaves grew. Everything without you feels a little different than before. But when I see you now, I don't miss you anymore. Sometimes I would wake up in the middle of the night, feeling kinda lonesome, like something didn't feel right. I may have cried the day you left and you walked right out my door. But when I see you now, I'm not crying anymore. I don't miss you when I see you out with our friends. I don't miss you when I hear the light. We can start again. I don't even miss you when I see you smiling at him. It may have taken me a while, but life makes sense again. Again. Life's hardly easy, but sometimes it's grand. But not every little thing will work out in your plan. For a while our differences were easy to ignore. But when you cross my path now, I don't see it anymore. I don't miss you when I see you out with our friends. I don't miss you when I hear the light. We can start again. I don't even miss you when
We're here at Blue Lake. The intrepid photographer is taking pictures.
Here, I'll take one of you. I don't have one of you with your
My GoPro. Yeah, here she is taking a picture of me with my GoPro.
Okay. Get it up from in front of your face so much. Okay.
may have never loved you, but who can say for sure? I tend to not let those things
Oh, no.
bother
That's
me
not okay.
anymore.
No?
I hope you know I'm thankful for all the time I spent with you. But when I see you now, yeah, when I see you now, I don't miss
Some
you
kayakers down there.
anymore.
To mention this man because he passed away today, and he was such a huge influence on comedy in America and an influence
Who did?
on America.
I don't know.
I'm talking about Carl Reiner.
Oh, Carl Reiner.
Carl Reiner's been a big part of, well, I've been a big fan of his since probably the Big Band
Died, huh?
days, certainly. But Carl Reiner was a unique talent, and he is survived by Rob Reiner, who is really of our generation. And I just send my condolences out to Rob. He and his father Carl seem to be very tight, very close.
Wow, they still burn timber around here. I wonder when this fire took place.
The Blue Fire, and I'm pretty sure it was back in the 80s.
Oh,
It might have been the 90s though. I don't know. It was a while back.
okay.
Before the year 2000 for sure.
Oh, good Lord, won't you save me, please? The devil don't know what it's doing to me, oh Lord. Left me alone lying on the floor. The longest time I wasn't sure, oh Lord. But time heals and waits for no man. This is heaven right here. You love me like you can. Losing ain't fun when you're looking down the barrel of a gun. You didn't ask me, but I answered. You're the one. Oh, good Lord, won't you take me away?
Well, this is where we ended up today. Tried to find a spot out of the wind. The places we found were in campgrounds. We did find some cool roads that we took. Unfortunately, I got video of them, but unfortunately we couldn't find any places to camp along there. So we're out here in the wind. And it's a really pretty spot. We're at about 7,000 feet. So we're gonna make the best of it. I'm just kind of hoping the wind will die down. If it does, it's not really that cold. It's in the 60s, I think. The wind makes it feel a lot colder.
But I answered, you're the one.